So this is the website for Adra, sir. Adra.ircms.in. Yes, it is still loading, sir. These phone numbers and the text here will load. I think the internet is also slow. But you would see all the three numbers, sir. The railway phone, the mobile number, and the PNT line. Now it is. And so these are it shows the total number of complaints registered till date and the complaints that are attended, sir. If you want, we can remove this also. All the numbers that you see here are test messages that we have created. Some complaints that we have generated for testing. Yes, sir. We will at the launch we will remove all these things. So there are four options here, sir. Four buttons that you see on the left. Uh, it the actual life cycle starts with an add complaint. So a resident or a user can actually come to this website, click on add complaint, and it will show another screen where they can fill in the details of the complaint. So that's as simple as users can, instead of calling the IRW or the call center or any of those, they can also directly lodge complaints. If they have an Android application, they can download an Android mobile application from here, which will give a similar interface. Otherwise, they can call any of these three numbers, which I'm sure will be provisioned in the office, where there will be a call center person sitting, and he or she will attend. So if somebody does not have internet, these three numbers can be used. Yes, correct, correct, absolutely, sir. Exactly, sir. So I can simulate that situation, sir. So let's assume that if you have called the call center, if I'm sitting in the call center, so I would first be on. I'll click add complaint, sir. So go to the screen of add complaint, where most of the information is pre-filled. So my first question to you will be, from which colony are you calling from? So I need some help on this. Which colony should I select, sir? I can select accounts for the sake of demonstration. So the moment I select the colony, sir, the concerned unit will be automatically populated. This is for administration confirmation, sir. User has got nothing to do with it. And the complaint number will also be shown here, sir. It is Adra East, which is the name of the unit, oblique today's date, complete date, and oblique the serial number for that unit on today's date, sir. So serial number one has all, sir. Sir. मंजीरा हरीश के कौन जरा हरीश 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 सर बैंकिंग Okay, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here. Okay. So I've just selected the colony, sir, and it automatically populates the complaint number and the date, and these are fields that cannot be edited. So my next question will be in accounts colony, which what's your quarter number? So again, for the sake of conversation, I'm selecting the first one on the list. So this should populate the type of the building, sir, and also if the resident has already complained from this quarter. So it would it says it is type 2 quarter, sir. It shows up here, and I think we have been using this for testing. There are already 3 complaints pending against this quarter. So this will also give an indication whether a resident is giving very frequent complaints or trying to create unwanted noise. We can understand, we'll get just an indication. And this is the mobile number, so is actually my mobile number of the resident if they have already complained once. First time when they complain, sir, this might be blank. So I'll ask you what's your mobile number, and I can feed that in, sir. For the sake of conversation, I'll use your mobile number, sir. Mandatory fields, so we can remove them if we don't need them, but then they will not get an SMS, sir. So we can remove this mandatory field. I think we have removed that in Delhi, sir. So just a second. Okay, sir. I'll make sure that it goes away. So in case they have a mobile number, an SMS and further communication can happen. So they'll get notification SMS. So the next thing will be I'll ask you what is the nature of your complaint, as in, what type of complaint. So you might not, a resident might not be able to qualify the nature, but let's say somebody says, uh, my I need say my wall to be painted or something, a kitchen wall to be painted or something. So maybe I'll pick up paint. So these are another things where I would need some help from someone from you, because these are so partly I would say yes, sir, because they would, I mean, even if they do not do a 100% true job, IOW still has a provision to correct it, sir. Uh, yeah, let's say sometimes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that those details, I think I'll have to ask the complainant about further details of what they want to do. Let's say in this case, let's say I want kitchen uh, internal walls, something like this, sir. So partly, sir, some of these trivial job works can be done, sir, but improvements and then larger amount of work that needs an inspection, so that goes little off the track, sir, because these are primarily meant for tiny petty issues which come in day to day. The objective is to address those. So let's say somebody says, I want kitchen in internal walls to be painted. Sir, sir, correct. So then it will be followed by a physical inspection, right? So somebody will have to inspect physically and look at the intensity. But somebody says there's a tap leakage. So they might go in for those fixes. So depending on the nature of the complaint and the intensity of the problem. Sir, again, there is a priority for this complaint, sir. So there's again a small debate that I should tell you. Um, we have given this as an open thing, but for drainage and water problems, drainage and water related problems are internally treated as urgent by the system itself, sir. So the impact of this selecting the priority as urgent, sir, the concerned IOW of that unit, so in this case IOW of Adra East, will also get an SMS with this details, sir, that an urgent complaint has been filed. E- Exactly, sir. Exactly. So in a regular workflow, it is a programmed job, sir, and I can select program and complaint by I can. I mean, this is not a mandatory field, but just say I am complaining. I'm complaining this say on behalf of somebody. I can put my details. Otherwise, in internally, sir, it will also track the IP address from which computer it has been filed, or if it is a mobile phone, it will track the IMEI number. So we have some policing on that side. So I'm clicking on add complaint now, sir. So it shows up here that this complaint created successfully. And in a short while, you should also get a SMS, sir, with the complaint number. I'll wait for you to get the SMS. So we are on phone. I'm sorry. Uh, will you be able to check that on the phone, sir? I didn't realize. Yes. You have received it, sir? Yes. Okay. So that will be an indication with the tracking number, sir. Now I can, I've come back to the home page, sir. The second activity that a resident can do apart from adding complaint can also track the complaint. So I've clicked on track your complaint, sir. Uh, Here it will ask for the mobile number, sir. You can track the complaint number based on your mobile number. So in our case, so first it will give you all the quarters that you are associated with. Let's say one person has more than one quarter association. Uh, in this case, there's only one quarter that associated. So these are all the complaints that are against this quarter, and here is the complaint that we have just lodged. It says we want to be, and so this column shows whether a job card is issued or not. It says there is no job card issued yet. Status is still pending. So as soon as we enter, so that every time we make some changes, that will show up here, sir. So user need not call us to find out what happened to the complaint. If somebody is coming in, they will know that a job card has been issued. There is also a provision, sir, when a job card is issued, we can also send an SMS. Right now it is disabled because there are too many SMS and becomes a bit noisy. So, so this is, sir, with respect to the residents, the benefits in terms of residents that without involving anybody from the department, I am still able to communicate my problem to the department. So the second aspect is, sir, from an SSC perspective, what will be my role in this? So the third button here, sir, is login, which is for office use only. Each IOW will be given a user ID of their own. So I'm logging in as SSC, uh, SSC Adra East. And each IOW unit can log into their own unit, sir. So there are different units that are created. And there's also one administrator login for user at the coordination level. They can log in and they can see the performance of all the units. So now I've logged in as SSC Adra East, against which we have some complaint that we have created now. Sir, sir. Oh, certainly, sir. Certainly. Sir, trust me, sir. I mean, I'm sure they will be able to handle. In fact, my person can be there for a couple of days and then he can also handhold to a certain extent. It will not be a tougher affair, sir. But we need that one person who will be sitting in front of the telephone, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. I mean, the phone will not be available. Yes, sir. Correct, correct, correct. That is the yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir. Sir, so I've logged in as a IOW, sir. Every morning I come in, I log in, and I can look at my pending complaints. So the very first link that shows up here is pending complaints. Uh, so this will show a list of all the complaints that are pending against Adra East. So it says the total number of complaints pending are 5, and total number of complaints registered today are 2. So that the IOW can make their own decisions as to what needs to be addressed. So the second one that we see is what we have logged in, sir, against your phone number about the kitchen thing. So it also says that the job card is not issued here. Now, my first job is beginning my day would be to look at my complaints and then assign job cards and then try to solve the complaint. But before we do that, so the most important part for an IOW to do every morning is to take an attendance of the staff, sir. Without attendance, he will not be able to proceed further. So attendance is up there in the menu, sir. I'll just click there. I've just taken the attendance already, sir. Ideally, they go to add attendance screen. I cannot take the attendance again, sir. I've already taken the attendance for today. These are list of all the people. And deliberately I have marked one of them as absent sir, and then change it to present. So let's say I'm marking somebody to. I'll go to update attendance. So this is add is done. Uh, I want to see the attendance for today. I marked this Tirupati as absent, sir, just for our thing, and I want to make him present. Let's say he came half an hour late, so I want to mark him present. I'm updating the attendance, sir. Yes, sir. But what I'll just show you in a minute, sir. After this update, so it says updated successfully. Now, when I go to view attendance, sir, when I want to see the attendance of today, I go view. It shows me. It should show me the list of all the changes plus. So now Tirupati should be shown as present. But more importantly, it should also say that this is a summary. So it says total number of employees are 27, present so and so, and this is more important, sir. Somebody has modified attendance for employee number so and so, which is Tirupati, has been changed from absent to present, and SSC Adra East has modified. So an audit log will be maintained. So they IOW or SSC are allowed to change the attendance, but the changes will be recorded. So just to make sure that everybody is on time and then we know what is happening. So now that the attendance is all taken, sir, I'm back to my complaints. So now my agenda will be to look at solving the complaint that we have just created. So the second row shows the complaint, and I'm going to click on this no, sir, to assign the job card. And when I click this, all the complaint details are automatically populated in the screen. It shows up the quarter number and what is the detail of the problem. Uh, the first option that I need to select, sir, is here where it says work to be executed by. Either it can be a departmental labor or it could be works contractor that I would have given. So right now the contractor database, I don't think we have anybody. We have only departmental labor in the system. I'm selecting departmental labor, sir. The moment I select departmental labor, all the staff who are present today, all the staff, will be shown in this drop down, and then they will also be shown in the list here, sir. If we want to make somebody the head, let's say I've selected Tirupati for good or bad. And then I can select one or more people like this, sir. And then the material, if I'm issuing, let's say, for paint, uh, or any material if they issue. This is just a note, sir. But and this is also one more thing, sir. This is made mandatory. We can remove it if you want. In case nothing is being issued. Okay. Okay. So I've selected three people from here and Tirupati from here. So four people attending this. I'm going to book the artisan, sir. So it says job card is created successfully. I can view the job card now. So this is the job card that we see. Job card also has a job card serial number, sir, and work supervisor Tirupati, department labor. Now this small icon here, sir, can when I click this, it will open a printable form of the job card, sir. And this form can be designed based on whatever we need, sir. Uh, this can be printed onto the printer if you want. If there's a pre-printed, this is actually designed in terms of a pre-printed stationery stuff, sir. Otherwise, we can make it look anyway, I mean, any kind of way you want. So basically, it gives you the job card number, the date on which. Oh, okay, sir. So I'll make some table format so that it looks a little more neat and organized. Yeah. So all the details are here, sir. Just printing this will print the job card, and the artisan can take the job card, attend the complaint, and come back with the resident signature. So once the IW will put it, sir. Yes, that will be a manual signature. So after they print it, they will sign it. Yes. So I have issued a job card now, sir. The complaint is still pending. So I'm going to pending complaints now. So this second row, earlier it was showing no here, but now it says 1903, which is today's date. Job card has been issued. Now, assuming that the complainant, the artisan has come back, I'm clicking on this complaint number, sir. Now, my objective is that they have attended the complaint, they have come back, and I have to close the complaint. I have to say that it is completed. So, I can quickly go here, and the status here says pending, sir. I can mark it as completed. And when I mark it as completed, sir, the system prompts me to enter some customer feedback, resident feedback. Let's say painted. Yes, sir. The same thing can be written up here, sir. The other option is also, sir, they can scan it and attach it in this upload picture part. That also they can do, sir. Or let's say the artisan himself or the IOW went for an inspection. He can take some photographs and they can also upload that photograph here, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cool. Yes, sir. So when I click update So go ahead, sir. I just clicked update, sir. So this should disappear from the pending complaints list, sir. And you also should get a SMS that your complaint has been attended. So that closes the life cycle of the complaint, sir. So right now we were seeing 5 pending complaints and 2 registered today. Now our complaint has disappeared from that list, sir. These are pending complaints. So, sir, one more thing for last element that I want to show from a management standpoint, sir. If I want to see a report of what happened, sir, sir, go ahead. Okay, sir, okay, sir, wait, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, absolutely, yes, sir. Yeah, if they have scanner, yeah, they can. Yeah. Yes, sir, correct, sir. Sir. Yes, sir, sir, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir, sir. Yes, sir. Certainly. Oh, thank you very much, sir. Thanks for your time. Next.